5 weeks or 6 weeks in Japan, wrestled a tremendous amount, never lost a match, but was really put to the test.
And one of the greatest matches I have ever seen in my life is right here in this very ring at the Showboat Sports Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada. He and Nick Bockwinkel for 60 minutes.
Well, that was a very, very tough, grueling match on both people, but young Hennig surprised everybody, I think. He suffered some pretty bad cuts during that match, but he fought on and didn't quit. In Japan, he broke 2 fingers.
Yes.
While he was there. He's got them taped up there, as you see. But he didn't quit either. And when he got his, nice arm drag. All you high schoolers will love that one. A nice crossface. Back to that arm. You know, speaking of high school and collegiate wrestlers, the big tournaments are coming up all across America these next few weeks, and we wish each and every one of you contenders for titles, go get them, and good luck.
And you have been involved in that, in wrestling on just about every level that there is.
Well, I got my start in high school wrestling through and on the University of Minnesota. I'm from the same hometown as Curt Hennig, Robbinsdale. Always put out great wrestling teams in high school.
And a few unfriendly confrontations with a person by the name of Larry the Axe.
Oh, yes, the father of this young man.
The worthy son of a worthy sire, as we have heard. A hard elbow smash by Curt Hennig after Tony Leone had bounced Hennig's head off that top turnbuckle. And Vern, despite the fact that top turnbuckle is padded, there's a very hard steel surface underneath that pad.
That's right, and those ropes aren't soft either.
And that wasn't anything resembling soft.
I'd like to point out that we just saw him. He's back from Japan, the way he used that judo chop. As you know, the Japanese are masters at it. And it looked like Curt Hennig picked something up there.
Absolutely. There's the thrust.
Another one.
And another.
A double barrel, the way it looked to me.
Indeed, showing some of the characteristics of the martial arts, the Oriental. That, however, not one of them, but that is universal, that knee lift. And here is a front face lock, which is also universal. It is Curt Hennig in control right now. Tony Leone turns him around, pins him into the rope, and drills him with a couple of right hands to the midsection, and then comes hammering down across the back of the neck of Curt Hennig, the native of Robbinsdale, Minnesota. Chokehold. Referee Gary DeRusha's got his work cut out here for him.
Yes, he certainly does. There's another capacity crowd here tonight. Rod, and look at this Hennig coming off with a big, beautiful block off the rope.
Tremendous, over he goes.
Fabulous drop kick by Curt Hennig and a big power slam into that.
You can't do it any better than that. The champ did many of them, but I don't know that he caught anyone any better than Curt Hennig has just caught Tony Leone. The whip, the axe, made famous by his father, Larry the Axe Hennig. And Curt Hennig may be about ready to finish off Tony Leone.
You know, that Curt Hennig, I'm going to say one thing about him. He has kind of a killer instinct trait in him.
And he's showing it now.
Watch this big...
A new suplex. Hook. Bridge. It's all over.
A suplex cradle, I guess I have to call that.
And then followed that with tremendous bridge, which has to show tremendous strength in your neck and your back, your entire body. And Curt Hennig puts away New York's Tony Leone. And we will have a chance to look at that cradle suplex. You look at the bridge there, and Leone can't find a way out of this one. Tremendous finish for Curt Hennig. Back in a moment.
Here they come. Ninja Star. They're good. Ninja Star. They're safe. Ninja Star. They are Ninja Star Warriors, playing the hottest new ninja game for kids, Ninja Star Wars. Complete with safety shield, a vest, and a ninja throwing star that really sticks. Watch out. Ninja Star Wars. Here comes Ninja Star Wars.
Master Charge, Visa or COD. Call 1-800-572-9900.
California raisins from the California vineyards.
Don't you know that I heard it through the grapevine?
Sounds better than what I got.
Come get the best of the USA. Come out and play the American way. Las Vegas in every way. It's the American way to play.
Sunday, a preview of Olympic competition. The men's super giant slalom in Calgary promises breathtaking performances at the site of the '88 Winter Games. World Cup skiing, Sunday on ESPN.
The AWA, the Major League of Professional Wrestling, bringing the greatest wrestlers in the world to Chisholm at the Junior High School Sunday, March 8th. On Sunday the 8th, 7:30 p.m. at Carlton, Minnesota, see Mr. Saito and Super Ninja. On Tuesday, March 10th in Sparta, it's Col DeBeers and the Midnight Rockers. On Wednesday, March 11th in Winona, Greg Gagne and Jimmy Superfly Snuka. On Thursday, March 12th in Ladysmith, Wisconsin, see the Midnight Rockers and Playboy Buddy Rose. On Friday the 13th in Streamwood, Illinois, Larry Zbyszko and Superfly Snuka. Saturday, March 14th at the high school in New Lenox, the Midnight Rockers and Mr. Saito. On March 15th, that's Sunday, in Aurora, see the Midnight Rockers and Curt Hennig. March 15th in Green Bay at Brown County Arena, Curt Hennig, Superfly Snuka, and more. And on Saturday, March 29th, in Lake Tahoe at Del Webb's High Sierra Hotel and Casino, it's the birthday celebration for John Madden with Sergeant Slaughter, the Midnight Rockers, Sherri, Martel, and more.
Announcing the exciting new Holiday Inn Priority Club program. How would you like to take a fabulous cruise for two, or receive a trip for two to almost anywhere in the world? How about flying lessons, exquisite mink jackets, and more? This is only part of what you can earn as a member of the Holiday Inn Priority Club program. For a one-time enrollment fee of only $10, you receive many exclusive guest privileges, like guaranteed corporate room rates for you and your family, complimentary coffee, tea, and newspaper, as well as a new member bonus package worth up to $100. And anytime you stay at any one of over 1,400 Holiday Inn hotels in the U.S., you can earn points toward fantastic trips and prizes. Join the Holiday Inn Priority Club and start earning valuable points. Simply call us at this toll-free number. Charge the one-time membership fee of $10 to any major credit card. With the Holiday Inn Priority Club, you can make every trip count. Call now.
Wednesday, the Hartford Whalers gear up for the Stanley Cup live against the New York Rangers. Getting the puck past shutout leader Mike Liute is the toughest job in hockey. See it live Wednesday night at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the tag team match. One ball, 10-minute time limit. Already in the ring from South Bend, Indiana, weighing 245 pounds, Brian Costello. His tag team partner is from New York, New York, weighing in at 230 pounds, Tony Leone. Their opponents, this is a tag team match.
This is supposed to be a tag team match. I could probably beat you both by myself. But Doug Summers and myself signed to wrestle both of you tonight. But Doug Summers was hurt in a match. He was hurt in a match with the Midnight Rockers. But all you people think, if you think that my chances of being one half of the World Tag Team Champions are washed up, you've got a hole in your head because I've got a surprise for you, and for you. Miss Sherri Martel, would you please bring out my partner? He stands 6'6", weighs 280 pounds. Mr. Magnificent. And that's not all. I hope the Midnight Rockers are watching. I hope the whole world is watching. Take a look at this man. The man has a 22-inch neck, 24-inch guns, a 54-inch chest, 35-inch thighs, the best build in professional wrestling, the most meanest, dirtiest professional wrestler, and just as good looking as Playboy Bunny Rose, Mr. Magnificent. And he is now my partner and the Midnight Rockers. Look out!
Robert Warren is your referee. Down to ringside to Rod Trotgard and Vern Gagne.
Well, Vern, immediately I have to get your impression of your thoughts of this tag team combination of Kevin Kelly and Buddy Rose.
Well, he certainly dropped the bombshell here tonight by announcing that Kevin the Magnificent Kelly, Mr. Magnificent, I guess, is his new tag team partner due to the fact that Doug Summers, Pretty Boy Doug Summers, has been hurt. So what he's got here is a man about twice as big as Summers in weight, in size, strength. Whether he's going to wrestle as Summers or not, I think remains to be seen.
Well, time will tell. He certainly will, I guess, have it all in front of him as we look at Kelly and Playboy Buddy Rose, and now Sherri Martel. Not only we, but the world, Vern Gagne, from New York to Los Angeles, from Chicago to New Orleans, from San Francisco to London, to Honolulu to Paris. They're all here.
Well, that's right, Rod, and all these people here. I think Buddy Rose is pretty pleased with himself, what he considers a great dude. Look at this. Oh, maybe he talked too much today and forgot that he was out here for a wrestling match.
Brian Costello doing his number. Brian is out of South Bend, Indiana, the home of a couple of famous coaches in their own right. Lou Holtz of the Fighting Irish football team and Digger Phelps of that great Fighting Irish basketball team.
Well, I got to say to my good buddy Lou Holtz, Rod, that he did a heck of a job last fall, and they're going to be very, very tough next fall, he tells me.
Look at this!
Look at the power.
Oh! Brian Costello just about went through the mat.
Boy, get up!
And you heard Kelly say, come on, boy, get up. Kelly now hammers his head to the canvas and tags in Playboy Buddy Rose. Oh, my. Rose, a shot to the throat of Costello. A tag in here of Kelly. Kelly now with a bear hug. With a front drop onto that tremendous size quadricep that he has, that's bigger than a normal man's waist. Tony Leone. Are we going to have a test of strength here? No. Kelly is quick for a big man, Vern.
Yes, he is. Tremendously strong. Not an ounce of fat on this guy. Now, Rose may have truly come up with something here. What a combination this looks like it's going to be.
Indeed. Kelly tagging Rose back in. Kelly, by the way, last June, in June of 1987, won the South African heavyweight champion of the world. Okay, it is Rose here against Tony Leone. Also, Kelly has won tough man contests he has been in.
Oh, he has. I know that I heard rumors that he was a pretty tough guy with a fist. I don't know how much power he used to bring. Tough man contest. If you win one of those, makes you fairly tough.
At Absolutely.
Oh, this Buddy Rose is pretty pleased with himself. We don't know the condition of Doug Summers or how long he'll be out, the pretty boy. But he's out of the picture right now. And Rose and Sherri Martel really seem pleased with this choice. But who knows? They may get dumped right here tonight. Who knows?
The pain and the agony you have heard from Tony Leone, as now it is Kelly working quickly with Rose, and one of the former tag team champions of the world is in. Reversal here by Leone, who tags in Brian Costello. Rose backpedaling to the turns his back on his man.
Well, I wouldn't stop that, boy.
Absolutely not. And Costello goes to work. You see the expression on Rose's face. You see Costello flailing away with forearm smashes to the head. You see Rose all right up and crashing to the cement floor below. And Sherri Martel very, very quickly over, along with Kevin Kelly.
He's got to get back in before the count. Where's that camera? I want to see this.
Wow.
They're hoisting him up. Sherri Martel, strong in her own right.
Side headlock here, Costello. He should go to work very, very quickly, as he has Rose in a bad, bad way. Drills him with a right hand.
This could be an upset of the year right here.
Backs him with another one. And what Bert Gagne was talking about a little bit ago may come to pass. This combination of Rose and Kelly looked so awesome at the start. Now are being taught a different tune by Costello and Leone, but just as quickly it is Rose turning the tables and taking the play away and tagging in Kevin Kelly. The whip by Kelly. Oh, a clothesline by Kelly.
He's got a big forearm.
Oh. He works as hard with his mouth as he does with his body. Picks up his man. This is the big suplex. Leone crashes to the canvas. Here comes Kelly with an elbow smash. Here's Kelly with a hook, the cover, the count. Hey, that's it. That's it. Kevin Kelly and Buddy Rose do it, but they were tested, Bert Gagne.
And look at Rose. Look at Rose.
Yes, indeed. He wants the championship belt.
Yeah.
He wants the belt. And there you see the pose down of Kevin Kelly.
Look at this. They're saying they got the belts in tow.
They want the Midnight Rockers. Hey, they better get in line. There are a lot of them that want the Midnight Rockers.
That's right. They got to go out and get a reputation first before they can get that title shot they're looking for.
Here you see the finishing touches here. The elbow smash by Kevin Kelly, which, following the suplex, was just too much. Too much for Tony Leone. And we'll be back after this.
This bud's for all that you do.
It could be any time now. I'll call you back.
A friend is counting on you.
No, Bill had to leave. Can I help you? We need copies by 4:30.
I'll cover it for him.
Hey, Chester. Is this Bill's first?
Well?
Not a word.
You see a new beginning. Now is your finest inning. Your friends make it better by pulling together. You share the pride of winning. You make America work, and this bud's for you.
Here's to you, Beechwood Age, for that clean, crisp taste that makes Budweiser the king of beers.
Here he comes.
This bud's for you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you saw it. They call him Mr. Magnificent. Stands 6'6", weighs 288 pounds, and he has now placed himself in the camp of Sherri Martel, Doug Summers, and Playboy Buddy Rose. And they need him due to the injuries to Doug Summers.
What is your problem? They need him. We went out and find him. You know why? Because we need bodyguards. The Midnight Rockers, look, they're trying to annihilate Doug Summers, Buddy Rose, and then they're putting their hands on me. What do you want, wrestling world? Yes, I've got brains, I've got beauty, and I've also got a lot of money, and I've got the champions, and I've got Kevin Kelly.
Mr. Magnificent, did you take a look at him closely? Surprise, surprise! You think Playboy Buddy Rose doesn't have another chance to be one half of the World Tag Team Champions? Wrong again. Just when you think you got all the answers, I change the questions. We've got Mr. Magnificent Kevin Kelly, 6'6". He weighs 280 pounds, 54-inch chest, 22-inch necks, 24-inch guns, 35-inch thighs. And I'll tell you what, Sherri Martel and Doug Summers, I promise you this. Until you're ready, Doug, we're going to let you witness us win the World Tag Team Championship.
There's something new from Selsun Blue. New extra medicated Selsun Blue in the new blue bottle. What's so new?
It's extra medicated for the symptoms of my serious dandruff.
And it tingles as it works.
That's because it has an extra medicine, plus the ingredient recommended most by doctors. You can't buy a more effective dandruff ingredient without a prescription. For serious dandruff, all Selsun Blue formulas, including new extra medicated Selsun Blue, have the ingredient recommended most by doctors.
At Color Time, we rent television sets, and we're committed to service. That means we have to offer one heck of a TV. And that's why Color Time builds its own set. A set so good, so well built, it comes with a 5-year warranty on all electronic parts, including the picture tube. The Color Time 5-year warranty. So good, only America's largest rent-to-own system can offer it. Color Time. In hometowns all across America.
Powerful punching. Bruising action. On ESPN's Friday Night Fights. Each week, ESPN is your ringside seat to see today's best young boxers exchange blows. Count on championship rounds of top-ranked boxing live on ESPN.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a tag team match. It is one fall with a 10-minute time limit. In the ring and to my right, from the Stockbridge Indian Reservation, at 219 pounds, Bobby Bold Eagle. His tag team partner from Detroit, Michigan, at 253 pounds, Rick Gantner. Their opponents from Japan at 285 pounds.
I've been trying to request for a long time. I want these obnoxious signs. Forbid from the building. Forbid off national television. What the hell's going on here?
These fans have a right to bring anything.
They have a right to blast that nationwide, Daddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Super Ninja. His tag team partner, weighed in at 248 pounds, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he is Larry Zbyszko.
I can see this group here, and then the cameras went on there. I want these signs and these donations went up.
Robert Warren is your referee. Down to ringside, your Rod Frogard and Vern Gagne.
They love him, don't they?
Yeah, they certainly do. Well, he deserves to be loved.
And we're talking, of course, about the legend who is now pointing in Vern Gagne's direction, threatening the former champion with what I don't know. Larry, the living legend Zbyszko, teaming up with a person who is big, strong, quick, somewhat mystic. I talk about the Super Ninja, whose super suplex is a finishing hold, the likes of which we don't see very, very often. He is a big 285 pounds of rough and tumble and devastating professional wrestling.
Yes, he is, Ron. You know, teaming up with Mr. Saito, who I understand is not with us, is in Japan at the moment. But these two people, Zbyszko, very well schooled in the martial art. Oh! Boy, oh boy, you hear that?
Flesh on flesh. And it is Super Ninja on the attack of Rick Gantner. And here he comes again. Looks like he wants to end this one all by himself very quickly without any help from Zbyszko at all. Snap mare by the Super Ninja, who has the 5 fingers, 4 fingers in front on his right hand. Always does, Vernon. Maybe you have some insight on this that I don't, as you got a good look at it there momentarily on TV. Why all of the tape on his right hand as Zbyszko now goes to work?
Well, I guess you can relate this with a lot of the football players. We know professionals, in college, tape their fingers in their hands when they go out there to play. Now, whether he's taping his fingers because their fingers are batteries that may hurt him, we don't know. But it's always the right hand. It's always taped in a certain way. So there's something there that I really don't know. But he works very, very well as a partner of Zbyszko and Saito.
They do indeed.
Anything that Zbyszko tells these two Japanese to do, they do it. He is their leader, and they obey him. Look at that.
Gantner was firing away at the midsection with thrusts that had little, if anything.
Boy, that thrust with the right hand there knocked him right straight through the rope. Tremendous power with that 285 pounds behind it, Rod.
Perfect example of the martial arts as he so expertly knows them from his days in Japan. I talk about the Super Ninja. Gantner back in there. The Ninja with a running knee to the face of Gantner. And here is Larry Zbyszko just slowly walking in like he's going to wrap this up without any problem whatsoever. He may have another thing coming. Body slam. Cover. Gantner isn't done quite yet.
He's a tough man, Gantner. Look at that.
Drills him in the solar plexus. Again. Zbyszko trying to find some hold, and now he's spun into the corner, and here comes Bobby Bold Eagle. 219 pounds, and he goes hammering away on Larry Zbyszko. Oh! A shot to the throat by Bobby Bold Eagle, who gets one in the solar plexus in return.
Uh-oh, watch this.
Zbyszko tagging in Super Ninja. 285 pounds now against 219.
Well, Zbyszko feels like he's pulled a coup of the year. Look at this.
Quick reversal. That didn't seem to face the Super Ninja at all. Bobby Bold Eagle caught him in the throat. The Ninja right back to the attack. Oh, that ring had to move 6 inches. And Bold Eagle went crashing into the turnbuckle.
Well, the Japanese Ninja outweighs the young man by a lot of pounds. And that chop there, look at this. Picking him up like a sack of wheat.
66 pounds to be matter of fact, according to the announced weights. And now knee drops into the middle of the back.
But Zbyszko glorying in this coup that he feels he's pulled off by getting Saito and Ninja to work for him.
Oh, again, Super Ninja with that knee dropping along with 285 pounds right with it to the middle of the back of Bobby Bold Eagle. A quick tag in here for Zbyszko. Zbyszko delivers a boot to the middle of the solar plexus of Bobby Bold Eagle, then threatens Rick Gantner across the way. Watch this. Backbreaker, more on the side than on the middle of the back. But Bold Eagle is paying a dear price. And here again is Super Ninja. And here the double hook, the Sabat kick by Zbyszko.
Well, the referee's got a tough
here
job
again
in
the
there.
hook. This is the super suplex and the bridge by Super Ninja. Hey,
you got to admire that move.
Oh, wow. That's what we were talking about at the outset of the match. The double hook of the arm by the Super Ninja. The super suplex, the bridge, and hey, it's lights out for his opponent.
Well, you won't find any place in the world where they'll do it any better than that one right there.
Oh.
Although I can't condone Zbyszko and his tactics at all.
Take a look at it again. There's the Sabat kick by Zbyszko, which caught Bobby Bold Eagle right in the sternum. That stopped him dead in his tracks, and this completely finished him off.
There he goes. And then back into that beautiful bridge, double arm bar, got the shoulders flat on the mat, and it's a 1, 2, and a 3.
And the wheel be right to back.
going places, and you can print that. But the really big news is that I personally have made some big deals.
Excuse me, sir. There's one big deal you haven't made.
Every locker room's got to have its jokester, huh?
I'm talking about a deal on Sports Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated?
Yeah. Yeah, see, Sports Illustrated gives you the feeling.
Yes.
Like how it feels to get caught in heavy Sunday traffic. Or come out and give it your best shot. And how it feels to steal the show.
They know that, kid. What's the news?
Savings of more than 50% off the cover price.
Over 50%?
Yeah, subscribe now and get 27 action-packed weeks for 3 installments of just $9.79 each. That's baseball, football, basketball, and more.
You're a real hit, kid.
I'll give you hits. What about a free videotape? The NFL Crunch Course. Since 43 minutes of the NFL's greatest hits makes a smashing gift, and it's free with your paid subscription.
Free?
Any more news, kid?
Plus, you get their 87 baseball preview with schedule and their famous swimsuit issue. It's a journalistic expose that promises to be the media event of the year.
Wow, Major League.
Yeah, just call their toll-free number. You can even use your credit card.
Let me get the facts straight, Mac. 27 weeks at a savings of 50%?
Over 50%. Plus the baseball preview, the schedule, the swimsuit issue, and the free NFL Crunch Course tape. And that, gentlemen, is the big news.
Sir, may we ask you one last question?
Certainly, I know you boys want my...
Where are the phones?
That'll be all.
Get the savings, the schedule, the special issues, the free Crunch Course tape, and get the feeling.
What was that number, kid?
1-800.
Sports Illustrated. Get the feeling.
ESPN viewers call 1-800-621-3800.
The AWA, the Major League of Professional Wrestling, bringing the greatest wrestlers in the world to Chisholm at the Junior High School Sunday, March 8th. On Sunday the 8th, 7:30 p.m. at Carlton, Minnesota, see Mr. Saito and Super Ninja. On Tuesday, March 10th in Sparta, it's Col DeBeers and the Midnight Rockers. On Wednesday, March 11th in Winona, Greg Gagne and Jimmy Superfly Snuka. On Thursday, March 12th in Ladysmith, Wisconsin, see the Midnight Rockers and Playboy Buddy Rose. On Friday the 13th in Streamwood, Illinois, Larry Zbyszko and Superfly Snuka. Saturday, March 14th at the high school in New Lenox, the Midnight Rockers and Mr. Saito. On March 15th, that's Sunday, in Aurora, see the Midnight Rockers and Curt Hennig. March 15th in Green Bay at Brown County Arena, Curt Hennig, Superfly Snuka, and more. And on Saturday, March 29th, in Lake Tahoe at Del Webb's High Sierra Hotel and Casino, it's the birthday celebration for John Madden with Sergeant Slaughter, the Midnight Rockers, Sherri, Martel, and more.
Fixing this water damage will cost $1,200.
Could I have prevented it?
You could with Thompson's Water Seal.
This water damage is going to run $750. What would have stopped it?
Prevent water damage with Thompson's Water Seal. Simply brush Thompson's on wood, brick, or concrete, and it penetrates to form a barrier water can't get past, even when driven by 98-mile-per-hour winds.
This time, I'm going to protect my new deck with Thompson's Water Seal. A great defense against repair expense.
Before the government gets hold of your tax return, maybe you should get hold of the Wall Street Journal. After all, it's your money. At least for the time being.
Call 800-554-9000 for this special introductory offer. 13 weeks for just $29.75 with a money-back guarantee. 13 weeks, $29.75. Phone 800-554-9000 now for the Wall Street Journal.
Gentlemen, this match is one fall. There's a 10-minute time limit. To my right, from Van Nuys, California, at 220 pounds, Sonny Rogers. To my left, weighing in at 270 pounds, from the Republic of South Africa, Col DeBeers. Is your referee. Down to ringside to Rod Trotgard and Vern Gagne.
Well, I guess that pretty much tells the story of the feeling of not only that man, but maybe just about everybody in this standing room only house at the Showboat Sports Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada, regarding Col DeBeers out of South Africa, the mercenary, the diabolical one, hard shoulder block on Sonny Rogers again. Rogers crashing to the
Oh, beautiful move by Sonny Rogers, Rod.
Two of them. Two arm drags by Sonny Rogers. Wants a timeout. I don't think there is one in professional wrestling, is there?
No, you don't take a timeout. You got a 5 count, but if you're in the ring, but you better get going after that.
Col DeBeers, who someday, sometime, somehow is going to meet up again with the Superfly, and I hope that I'm here to tell you all about what a war is going on between those two.
Well, you can certainly say that again, Rod. Look at this, Roger. Hey, reversal.
Rogers with a tremendous weight disadvantage of 50 pounds, showing some experience and not taking anything at all from the 270-pounder out of South Africa, Col DeBeers.
Well, everyone's nose had about the same amount of pain. When you get hit the nose and you're blinded somewhat from it, it's going to hurt as much as if you only weigh 35 pounds.
Hammerlock here by Rogers on DeBeers. Rogers showing extremely well, coast to coast, border to border, continent to continent, here on All-Star Wrestling from the Showboat Sports Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh. Out he goes.
He shot him right through the rope. Speaking of coast to coast and border to border, I want to say hello to all our friends over in England and Finland. We're getting letters from all over now.
Going out after Rogers, well, starting out anyway. He got half to the apron, half in and half out, Col DeBeers. One thing, Vern, you know, we may not like this man, his tactics, but he is a rough, he is a tough, and a pretty doggone good wrestler as he handles away again on Sonny Rogers.
You're right. He is tough and he's mean. He's mean.
And that's one of the characteristics you have to be successful in professional wrestling, is being mean.
You got to have that instinct, no doubt about it. We call it killer instinct. But DeBeers, with his background, with his attitudes,
you took the
his
word
politics, you can't say exactly fall in love with the guy.
The attitude is something that the fans just don't buy.
This young man had a great move going, and he missed it, Rod.
DeBeers got out of the way just in time, but Rogers could not get out of the way of that hard elbow smash. Makes a 2 count. Somehow Rogers reached back and was able to dig his way out of trouble. Snap there. DeBeers again going after his man. Oh! Onto the neck and the back. Hooks the leg. This may be a 2. No! And DeBeers showing signs of disgust and maybe losing his cool a little bit. Well, that knee to the solar plexus certainly didn't do Mr. Rogers any good, and that didn't do any good to Col DeBeers. Rogers coming back.
Beautiful drop kick by Rogers.
Again, indeed. Elbow smash, and Rogers is electrifying the crowd here at the Showboat and all across the world. The whip. Rogers trying to set him up for a backdrop. DeBeers saw him coming. Bounces the boot off the forehead.
Yeah, Rogers couldn't quite put the brakes on quick enough. He ran into the foot. Oh! We get it here, though. Oh, look at that.
The crescent kick from an off-balance position by Col DeBeers to the back of the head. And this looks like it's going to be the front drop, the front pile driver, which DeBeers uses so often. It is lights out for Sonny Rogers.
Well, Rod, when he gets his opponent going into the right spot, he puts him away. You got to give him credit for that. But I don't like the way he does it and the way he says it.
Col DeBeers from South Africa. That young man, not too much a fan of Col DeBeers. This is the way it all ended. The front pile driver, the forehead being driven into the canvas.
they come. Ninja Star. They're good. Ninja Star. They're safe. Ninja Star. They are Ninja Star Warriors, playing the hottest new ninja game for kids, Ninja Star Wars. Complete with safety shield, a vest, and a ninja throwing star that really sticks. Watch out. Ninja Star Wars. Here comes Ninja Star Wars.
Master Charge, Visa or COD. Call 1-800-572-9900.
It's important to me to be in control, and I want control over my IRA, to move in and out of my investments as I think best. That's why I have my IRA at Charles Schwab, the discount broker. I like knowing I can switch between investments at any time, as often as I like, and never pay a penalty. I'd recommend the Charles Schwab IRA.
To get your free booklet on the one IRA for all your investment needs, call now 800-233-2700. That's 800-233-2700.
ESPN's live NCAA basketball tournament coverage continues Thursday. Two of the nation's potential national champions square off in the day's best regional semifinal. Live Thursday at 6:30 Eastern.
Ladies and gentlemen, you saw him. What else can I say about him? He is the original rock and roller, carries that radio around. The crowd loves him. Buck Rock and Roll Zumhoff. Right now, I want to talk to a man, the mercenary, the man from South Africa. And again, I want to remind you folks that his views are not the views of the AWA or this television station. If you would please...
If not, they should be. Otherwise, you're just another would-be man.
You are having problems with one Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Sure, you have problems with Jimmy Snuka. The man tried to maim me. He brought a foreign object into the ring in Denver. Look at that.
I'm looking at that.
He liked to put my eye out. The man is, like I said, time and again, a jungle savage. Henceforth, if the man cannot abide by the rules that the AWA and society have laid down, then, Mr. Snuka, you have no reason to get into the ring with an officer and a gentleman like myself.
Let me explain how it works in America. Two men have differences.
I know
They
how
face
it
one
works
another
in
head to
America.
head.
You lie, you cheat, you steal, you do anything that you can. You bring objects that have no reason to be in a wrestling ring. You bring them in.
How much longer are you going to have to wear that thing over your eyes?
That's none of your damn business.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka and Col DeBeers. Of course, it's not settled yet, and he's not going to quit chasing you around.
Obviously. You know, you can't stop a dog from chasing cars. And you can't stop an underachiever from trying to get at something that he has no business even attempting to do in the first place. Snuka, I am finished with you once and for all. That is it. It's done.
Mercenary from
Das
South Africa.
Ende, as we say in South Afrikaans. Das Ende.
I can't understand a word you're saying, and neither can the vast audience that's out there. Would you please put it in English?
No.
Col DeBeers, you heard him talking about the injury he received at the hands of Jimmy Superfly Snuka in Denver. I don't care what he says. It's not over yet between those two.
The next destination of ESPN's World Tour 87 is the French Open in Paris. ESPN and Pan Am will take two lucky couples to Paris for an all-expense-paid week of luxury at this prestigious tennis event in May. To enter the sweepstakes, watch these tennis events to catch the winning slogan. Write the slogan on a card with your name and address and mail to World Tour Sweepstakes, Post Office Box 908, Ridgely, Maryland, 21683. If you're one of ESPN's World Tour winners, Pan Am will fly you and a guest to Paris for a week of tennis thrills at the center court of Roland Garros. During your stay, you'll also enjoy the sights and historical landmarks of the City of Lights. And whenever you travel to France, remember that Pan Am has daily nonstop service to Paris from New York, LA, Washington, and Miami, as well as direct flights from 20 other cities. So get your passport ready and join ESPN's World Tour in Paris.
The AWA, the Major League of Professional Wrestling, bringing the greatest wrestlers in the world to Chisholm at the junior high school Sunday, March 8th. On Sunday the 8th, 7:30 p.m. at Carlton, Minnesota, see Mr. Saito and Super Ninja. On Tuesday, March 10th in Sparta, it's Col DeBeers and the Midnight Rockers. On Wednesday, March 11th in Winona, Greg Gantner and Jimmy Superfly Snuka. On Thursday, March 12th in Ladysmith, Wisconsin, see the Midnight Rockers and Playboy Buddy Rose. On Friday the 13th in Streamwood, Illinois, Larry Zbyszko and Superfly Snuka. Saturday, March 14th at the high school in New Lenox, the Midnight Rockers and Mr. Saito. On March 15th, that's Sunday, in Aurora, see the Midnight Rockers and Curt Hennig. March 15th in Green Bay at Brown County Arena, Curt Hennig, Superfly Snuka, and more. And on Saturday, March 29th, in Lake Tahoe at Dale Webb's High Sierra Hotel and Casino, it's the birthday celebration for John Madden with Sergeant Slaughter, the Midnight Rockers, Sherri, Martel, and more.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is one fall with a 10-minute time limit. To my left, from Amarillo, Texas, at 243 pounds, Dennis Stamp. His opponent is from the island of Fiji. He weighed in at 250 pounds. He is Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Robert Warren is your referee. Down to ringside to Rod Trongard and Vern Gagne.
There he is, the Superfly. And Vern Gagne, I have called him on more than one occasion the consummate wrestler. And indeed, he just may be that.
Well, he certainly is. He has all the tools. He's got the weight, he's got the conditioning, he's got the body, he's got the knowledge and the desire.
The instinct, the resiliency, everything that is necessary.
Right, he's heavier than he looks. He does not look like a 250-pound man. He's that finely trained and tuned at all times. Look at this. Stamp is no slouch, believe me. Dennis Stamp, great background. I believe he wrestled North Dakota State University.
Now residing in Amarillo, Texas. He's 243 pounds. Snuka is 250. Jimmy Snuka, he's introduced always as from the Fiji Islands, and indeed that's where he was born and raised, but resides in Honolulu, Hawaii. And of course, as we have mentioned more than once, he got the name Superfly from diving from the cliffs of Fiji on into the Pacific Ocean. This man is a great all-around athlete, as yourself.
Well, he's played rugby. I saw him dance. He did that fire dance beautifully. He does it. When he gets in that weight room, the weights fly around like they're only weighing 10 pounds, and he's pushing 300 like it's a, a 10-pound weight. Tremendously powerful.
Also a great football player. He has a son who is a tremendous football quarterback over in Hawaii. We salute him, as Snuka is right now in a side headlock being clamped on by Dennis Stamp.
You're right. Snuka reminds me of the great Paul Caruso and a lot of that same those characteristics. Paul, now a Beverly Hills lawyer, but when he was younger, he had a lot of moves like this.
Timing. We have just seen it by Jimmy Superfly Snuka, and you have to have the timing and the technique to catch them as they come at you off the ropes and hook up with an arm and get into that arm drag takedown, which Snuka did twice, and now he's got the arm bar and turning that left arm.